Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires. Today our Uber has dropped us off at the Continental, and hoping to catch a glimpse of John Wick, we instead stumble upon Mr. Yo playing as the Bulgarians in blue, getting ready to take on the Viper playing as the Malians in yellow. Now while the players heard their herdables explore their immediate island surroundings and try to go up to Feudal Age as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now the Bulgarians, very much a cost-cutting civilization. Militia line upgrades are free. Blacksmith and siege workshop upgrades cost less food. Their blacksmiths do work almost twice as fast as normal, and their town centers cost 50% less stone, which does help because the Bulgarians can focus their stone expenditure on their unique structure, the Krepost. Think of the Krepost as a mini castle, very similar to the Sicilian donjon, with the exception of it is more expensive, but does come with more HP, higher attack, and tankier armor. And it also does provide 20 population space, unlike the donjon, and it can be built starting in castle, unlike the donjon, which can be built starting in feudal. Now, once you've saved all your resources, you can invest them in building a pretty tanky army. Even though Bulgarians don't actually get champions, they can upgrade their two-handed swordsmen to be very, very powerful with a huge +5 melee armor boost, and they can turn their cavalry Japanese by upgrading them to attack 33% faster, which does help out with their unique unit, the Conic. This is a 2-for-1 unit that basically starts out as a tanky, powerful... I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. A tanky, powerful, flail-wielding cavalryman who transforms into a somewhat less tanky but still powerful flail-wielding infantry unit when he gets dismounted and then ultimately dies. Immediately to the east, we've got the Malians, played by the Viper in yellow, a civ that's classified as infantry. Malian barracks units do get free pierce armor progressive starting in Feudal Age, all the way up to +3 for free. Yeah, that rhymes in Imperial. And their unique unit is the GL.TheViper, a quick infantry unit with a strong melee attack, ranged melee, I should say, but terrible HP and 0 base armor of any kind. Now, I have been saying the unit's name as a GL.TheViper, which I thought was the correct way of pronouncing it, but according to some website, it does say GL.TheViper. So I apologize if I've been saying the unit's name wrong, and I apologize if I'm going to continue saying its name wrong today, because, you know, the second I learn something, it does take the old brain a little bit to catch up and, break the speech habits from before. Now, the Malians, again, classified as an infantry, but beyond their infantry features, their cavalry can actually get a massive +5 attack boost with one of the funnest upgrades in the game called Farimba, which does help out because even though they don't get hussars, they don't get paladins, with Farimba, Malian cavaliers actually have a higher attack than paladins, and their light cavalry and camel riders are some of the strongest in the game. Now, if instead you choose to go the archer route, you'll have plenty of wood, since all Malian buildings, except for farms, do cost 15% less wood. Now, in order to help the Malians build as big a military, as powerful a military as possible, as fast as possible, their gold miners do drop off 10% more gold, their universities work 80% faster, and they can actually upgrade their town centers to fire 8 arrows when not garrisoned and 18 when fully garrisoned, compared to the normal 10 that a fully garrisoned, non-Teutonic, let's say, town center fires when fully garrisoned by villagers. Those are the two civilizations. Pretty excited for this matchup. We've seen the Malians recently, Bulgarians as well. These are two very fun civilizations. Let's take a look at the map we're on. As I mentioned, no, this isn't a PlayStation or Xbox controller. This is Continental. So a few interesting potential outcomes here. As we can see, Mr. Yo already taking the water, the Viper doing the exact same thing, usually the dock right next to some shorefish, so that the villager can do exactly this while they wait for instructions from the from HQ. Let's put it like that. Primary gold for Mr. Yo, very much in the forward position, very exposed by both water and land, although I mean this colon, or I shouldn't say colon, this intestine looking sliver of water here. Who knows if the Viper or Mr. Yo will take this. Primary stone, nice and secure in the back, and then a bunch of bamboo located in the rear position of his base. So forward position a little exposed, including the berries, which might be very bad for our Bulgarian here, since berries are generally something you want to take with as little damage as possible. The Viper, his primary gold also very exposed. Primary stone also in the back. Primary berries also very exposed. And his 3 forests bamboo are all in the northern portion of his base, which does help him out significantly. Creates a bit of a narrow cluster of where our Bulgarian can engage into. And did I see some villagers moving forward? Oh my goodness. Mr. Yo with a forward barracks. Let's see if the Viper notices this with the scout. It is still Dark Age, so its line of sight isn't quite as big as it will be once it hits Feudal. And he sees it. Of course he does. It's the Viper. He sees that the barracks is going up. So the surprise here by Mr. Yo has been discovered. Both players have rushed up to... Actually, let's see the line of sight. Yeah, it bumps up like that. That's pretty cool. Both their attack and their line of sight and their speed, I believe, all improve from Dark Age to Feudal. Mr. Yo, why did you delete the other palisade? Well, now you're open to attack, although the Viper is kind of just eyeballing these villagers, threatening them to do what they can, and archery range for him as well. So Mr. Yo making an issue here, realizing that, hey, my primary resources are pretty damn exposed, so why don't I just go across the map and be as annoying as I possibly can be with a tower rush. Is this technically a tower rush? Seems to be a little bit more than a standard tower rush with an archery range and a barracks in the forward position here. Mr. Yo putting on the pressure. He does not want the Malians to get their butts up to the later stages of the game and start pumping out some of those very powerful units that they have with those powerful upgrades. Viper wants the exact opposite, obviously, wants to survive that as long as he possibly can. Oh, he's trying to wall in those villagers. He wants them trapped in here. Oh, gate does not manage to go up, but now skirmishers are out. Army supply 4-2, villager count 26-28. So both players getting about as big as economy as you can get in Dark Age, so that they can engage in some fun shenanigans in Feudal. Okay, Mr. Yo. Okay. It didn't work the first time, so now he's retreating. The Viper with the first kill of the game. So Mr. Yo's just abandoned this tower. The tower collapses. Now the forward attack. Oh, why is the Viper laming his own Ibex? That was very strange. I thought for sure he'd start attacking. No, he's attacking the house. I thought he'd be attacking the archery range. Strange play out of our Malian in yellow on the water. Let's see what's going on. More and more fishing ships for both players. Okay. Viper investing a little bit more than our blue Bulgarian, who still has 2 sheep down here, a scout down here. Why is he not being active with these units? Because he's focused up here. Still no kills for Mr. Yo, who now positions his villagers. Does he still have all 5, or were there 4? Why do I feel like there were 5? Oh, now he lames the Ibex. The second Ibex. Little does he know that the Viper doesn't seem to give a rat's ass about the Ibex. He lamed his own. Why do I feel like there were 5 villagers instead of 4? Man, the scout is getting a lot of work done. As are these skirmishers. Kill count is literally 4-0. An infinitely larger kill count for our Malian, who is now trying to get these villagers, poking at them one at a time. Mr. Yo might want to just start right-clicking here. And that's exactly... No, that looked like what he was doing for a second. Oh, the tower will go up. Villagers go inside. And now they zone out these skirmishers. So the Viper's archery range is now in a bit of trouble, since it's within the sight, the line of sight, the line of attack of this tower. Mr. Yo getting more houses. He's very, very close to being housed, as is the Viper, by the way, who's now getting a stable out. He's expanding lumberjacks to the back, and second dock to the south. Let's take a look at the actual units that the players have. Mr. Yo finally does manage to get 1 kill here as his scout chases the Viper scout. Might want to just get a villager to turn around and poke the scout. Its HP is at 3. Should be able to get absolutely wrecked by one of the villagers. But back here, we've got skirmishers. Let's take a look at the Viper. Or rather, Mr. Yo, 9 skirmishers, 2 spearmen, and a scout versus 8 skirmishers, 2 scouts, and a spearman. But now the Viper is also adding in archers. Scout does finally die. So Mr. Yo doesn't exactly even up the kill count, but 4-2 is better than 4-0. Oh my god, the Komodo. The Komodo slithering its way over to this villager. Okay, villager should be able to take care of that Komodo dragon despite its venom. I mean, what is this? I'm not too sure what to make of this attack by Mr. Yo. First, it seemed like very, very committed here with all of these villagers, the barracks, the archery range, the tower. And then all of a sudden, he just pivots north, builds a second tower, now a third tower. But this is not really doing anything other than zoning out what? Nothing. The berries. But he's not exactly Portuguese. He's not getting any additional benefit from these berries. And the Viper just says, you know what, have the berries. Take them. They're yours. I'm just going to build a bunch of farms as his army moves out. And Mr. Yo has nothing at home. The Viper is also here with a fire galley. Any more moving out from him? No, he is just fully engaged in fishing at the moment. Who will win the slowest battle in Age of Empires? What's slower, fire galley versus fire galley or spearman versus spearman? Looks like Mr. Yo's gonna win it. He takes it handily with a massive 2 HP left. And now Mr. Yo manages to get another kill. No, never mind. We saw that kill. That was the fire galley. I thought he got a kill over here, but for some reason my mind thought this was a body. I don't know why. The Viper getting nothing done. He's retreating. He literally got nothing done. He's got a massive army here. 12 army count. Mr. Yo had nothing back home. Now he's pivoting towards his opponent's berries. Let's take a look at the situation up here. Another fire galley on fire galley. More units from the Viper streaming from the south. His tower falls. But 4 villagers had to be idle to get that job done. And now the archery range for the Viper is exposed. Not that he cares. Remember, Malian structures... What was I going to say? Can be easily rebuilt, just like any structure in this game. And the Viper can build it anywhere. Oh, this is going to be maybe a problematic castle. Oh my god, tower. I don't know. All of a sudden my brain stopped working. Which my wife will probably tell you happened about 41 years ago. Mr. Yo double teams this fire galley. And now a big feudal age engage here. The Viper a minute and a half away from castle. Mr. Yo nowhere close. Oh, goodness. He needs a lot more food in the bank. 47 villagers and fishing ships to 44. Viper's going to lose this, but he's on the high ground. So he's going to do about as much damage as he possibly can here. And ultimately, though, Mr. Yo does clean this up. Does take the kill lead 17 to 12. Not bad when you keep clearing up your opponent's water. The Viper just keeps sending in individual fire galleys. Mr. Yo now sending the super weak one and a full health one. Discovers the dock, but there's no fishing ships here. They're all here to the south. Nice and secure. The scout trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Where's your fishing fleet? Why is there an empty dock over there? And that's it. Mr. Yo's retreating. 6 villagers. Is there a basket in her hand? Did he try to take these berries? I see the stake symbol. Or is he no, he's going to take his own berries. Oh, the Viper says, I've had enough of this. Absolutely enough. And with one more upgrade, I think it'll even reach the tower if it doesn't already. This yellow line hidden by the barracks. But a perfectly placed castle will get both of these towers within its range. More and more fishing ships. More and more archers streaming across the map here. Kill count's identical. The Viper has killed 4 villagers, which is the exact difference in villager and fishing fleet count at the moment. Let's see what he does once this castle goes up. Will he must want to target the one to the north, the tower to the north, since it's laming at least a portion of this gold. Although it kind of looks like the tower isn't really, yeah. So he obviously can reach it. That tower is going to fall super quickly. Where are the archers? Looks like they got cleaned out. There they are. They're quivers, the last, of course, to melt into the grasslands. And now we've got a fire ship taking on 2 fire galleys. But did it take too much damage from the first fire galley? Probably. It's not going to survive very long. But the follow-up will. Oh, maybe not. 51 HP to 55 HP. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. It does look like Mr. Yo's going to take a second fire ship. Sour lost there for the Viper, but does he care? Tower, what was it? Tower 2, Tower 3, Tower 5, all down. And now he's secured his primary gold. He's secured his berries. Not that with his Farming eco fully in swing, that he cares too much about the berries. This poor donkey circling around this grinder in the center has nothing to do. Oh, that's not a donkey, it's an ox. Never mind, I thought it was a donkey. Gebettos are out. Gebettos, rather. Has he upgraded them? Let's see if they attack bonus against buildings. Not yet. So they are just basic Gebettos. 2 more. So they are starting to clean out Mr. Yo's infrastructure here to the forward position. Mr. Yo might want to start thinking about building an army other than skirmishers. Gebettos, so much fun. No armor of any kind. They are quicker, longer range than throwing axemen, but their HP is worse. I believe their armor is also worse. What class of armor do they have, by the way? Oh, you can't even see it. He needs to get an upgrade before I can see the actual full classes of armor. Castle continuing to take things out here in the center. Monsieur's fire galley with 2 HP is moving into position, but looks like the Viper's fire ship is heading north. He's going to discover a full health fire galley. Will win that fight and then probably take out these 3 fishing ships. The Gebettos, 5 kills already, are circling. They want to get damage done. The Viper's just doubling down on Gebettos. I don't mind this at all. Oh my goodness, Mr. Yo's getting going war galley upgrade. I mean, at this point, what's our naval powers looking like? Mr. Yo, 4 fishing ships, 4 fire ships. The Viper, 9 fishing ships, 2 fire ships. So neither player really investing significantly into the water, except the Viper has double the fishing ship count of his opponent and does get teamed up on again and loses his fire ship over here. Where are the Gebettos going? Are they going after the dock? Now, I don't know that I necessarily agree with what the Viper is doing here, taking a bit of a slower approach. Oh, okay, he has to build another. 3 fire ships did die, or rather 3 fishing ships did die. See, the Viper is down to 6. But I don't know that if what the Viper is doing here is necessarily the quickest way to kill your opponent. I mean, this is a good catch of a villager, but he's taking down houses right now. He's got 19, 20 Gebettos. His opponent's building a Krepost, and he's got nothing else. Mr. Yo must be feeling the pinch. I wonder if we'll see Conics. Otherwise, spending 350 stone right now is not exactly ideal. 2 more fire ships engaged. Ah, man, their HP is so similar. Let's see. Oh my god, who's winning this? Oh my god! Mutually assured destruction in real time. Wow. Well, that was fun to watch. Gebetto's now attacking the infrastructure archery range of Mr. Yo is gone. Barracks market, very aggressively placed market, is next. Not exactly a Saracen market that costs only 75 wood, but uh-oh. We all know what upgrade this Krepost is missing, as it literally misses every volley against that monk. Mr. Yo's starting to crumble here. Oh no, the Viper sneaks in his Gebettos into the murder hole radius, let's call it that. But. Oh, that was sour. That was a good shot there by Mr. Yo. But a basic mangonel. I mean, these Gebettos move so fast, but oh my god, a fantastic attack rounds. Oh. The Viper's entire offensive force now lies dead on the battlefield. His Gebetto derps out a little bit there. It looked like a bit of a movement issue. And he absolutely gets wrecked by this one mangonel. 10 kills. 10 Gebettos for free is an amazing get. And now 2 Kreposts are guarding the southern entrance to Mr. Yo's base. The problem is the east and the north are completely open. What is going on? Where is Mr. Yo's army? He's got a mangonel and 2 scorpions. He's instead heading up to Imperial. Why is he heading up to Imperial? What am I missing? Oh, the Viper's not falling for it the second time. Splits his units up, but the scorpions here as well. And the Gebettos are lining up quite nicely for that scorpion. Is Mr. Yo gonna hold here with 3 army count? I mean, the tower's still up. The Gebettos are gonna have to be very careful. This is incredible. What a hold here by Mr. Yo so far. I mean, the scores are absolutely abysmal Rather, his score is absolutely abysmal, and the hero Mangonel finally bites the dust. The Scorpion, the repairing villagers, and now army supply, all of it. The whole defense of the motherland rests on the shoulders, broad and wooden as they are, of this one Scorpion. And welcome to Castletown, says the Viper. And now he's attacking a farm. I wonder if he knows his opponent is rushing up to Imperial, and I wonder if Mr. Yo... What is Mr. Yo's game plan? Okay, cancels the castle, builds it much more aggressive, seeing that Mr. Yo has no army here, no defense whatsoever. A second workshop, siege workshop rather, is going up for our Bulgarian. I wonder if he wants to just go onagers. Bulgarian siege is pretty damn powerful. I'll give you that. And remember, their upgrades do cost 50% less food, which makes those onager and siege onager upgrades so much cheaper and so much more attainable. I mean, who the hell wants to pay 1,450 food to get siege onagers? But for now, I mean, I speak of siege onagers. He's got 150 food. He's got enough wood for one onager, or one mangonel actually. So he's an Imperial. Big whoop. Now what? He's got 685 stone. Defensive castle. You did not need to go to Imperial for that defensive castle, but the Viper. Oh, we saw him do this with the Bohemians the other day. He's just busting his way in. He is not giving his opponent any leeway whatsoever. What was being built over here that got canceled a second ago? Mr. Yo, escaping to the south, still has a good number of villagers on stone. Not terrible. So he will be able to get a Treb out the second this castle goes up. The second, come on, let's see it. There it is. Viper 2.5 minutes away from Imperial himself, but look at Mr. Yo's army count, 0. Look at his civilian population, down 38. I mean, this is just a matter of time at this point. Even if he knocks down one of these castles, which he won't before Viper hits Imperial. I mean, where can you put your Treb that's safe? These Gebettos, there's 19 of them. They can just run in and snipe whatever Treb you pop out here. And his secondary gold is getting taken by the Viper. Yikes, things are just getting worse and worse and worse for our Bulgarian. I mean, I like that he's pivoted southeast. Viper's fishing fleet still alive. How many? Only 3 from the original 9, so 3 survivors. He's strengthening his buildings. He knows there's a Treb out, so he wants to last them as long as possible. Building Viagra, I guess. And now again, I mean, you'll lose 5 or 6 of them, but there's no real harm in running in here with your Gebettos. Oh, Mr. Yo realizes that places another siege workshop right in the face so that the Gebetto... Oh, look at that. They're one-shotting towers. That's just insane. Was he attacking the wall? Oh, you can one-shot this siege workshop too, by the way. Oh, and there he goes. Well, what can Mr. Yo do here? Honestly, that's it. I don't know that he needed to rush up to Imperial. Players do this sometimes. They think they can hold. I don't know if it's hubris or if it's what they think the map is, and they think that they've got a choke point or something. And now the castle is under attack. Oh my god, 150 HP with every volley. They must have the building +2 at this point. Yeah, they do. Oh my goodness. I mean, Mr. Yo, where is your army? For the majority of the game, he had almost no army. The Viper. I mean, this is what happens. Mr. Yo went full static defense with the Kreposts, the towers, the castles. The Viper, all he does is build this incredibly fast bearded axeman. I was gonna say throwing axeman style unit with 5 range and just outruns the static defense. And I mean, look at the Viper settlement, 119 villagers. Mr. Yo was just absolutely overrun. His entire fishing fleet industry to the north is gone. He's rebuilt it to the west, where I guess there's a bunch of snapper. Okay, snapper fish and shorefish and whatnot. He's pivoted to the southeast, as we saw, which I like. Unfortunately, I mean, what do you do now? The Viper hits Imperial. Mr. Yo says, okay, LOL, you got me. I tried to rush you in the beginning. I tried to put on pressure. 5 towers he built, but systematically the Viper just dismembered each and every one, plopped down his castle, secured the area. He's still mining the gold. Berries left untouched. And now he's here with 2 offensive castles. And there's not a damn thing Mr. Yo can do about it. He doesn't have murder holes, so these Gebettos are basically safe forever. No, apologies. I had to mute my mic there to cough. The Gebettos are safe, but what a fun game of static structures and defense versus a very fast mobile ranged infantry unit. Now, notice the Viper didn't go any actual... I mean, this is technically a melee unit, but he didn't go any actual face-to-face melee with 0 range. No cavalry, no infantry other than these Gebettos because he didn't need them. He can just keep running them around. And now he's got the resources to upgrade them to elite. They're upgrades. I mean, they're missing Blast Furnace, the Malians, but the last armor upgrade he will get. And he's just ahead of his opponent armor count, upgrade count. He's ahead of his opponent army supply because 37 is bigger than 0. Infinitesimally bigger than 0. Or infinitely. No, not infinitesimally. Infinitesimally is small. Oh my god, 73 Gebettos to 14 skirmishers. The Viper just toying with Mr. Yo. I mean, this is just an absolute steamroll. Economy can't be. Oh my god. Now that's more than 50%. All resources going to Mr. Yo. I'm not even going to click on conversions because I don't think we saw a single monk this game. Or rather, no, we saw the Viper's monk edging around the bottom here, trying to avoid taking Krepost fire. But man, 70 kills to 52. The Viper with fewer kills, more villager snipes, but ultimately, again, when you leave one of these pro players alone, this is a lesson that I've learned as the channel grows and I keep casting more and more high level games is if you leave these guys alone, man, oh man, will their economies just be ginormous. I mean, we're 40 minutes into the game, not even. He's got 120 villagers. He's got, still 3 fishing ships. Where are they? Over here. He's depopulated all the fish nearby, so he's going to have to go a little bit further afield for some salmon and snapper. But he's now taking all the resources all across the map. An absolute epic play here by the Viper, who manages to hold on. Like I said, the aggression from Mr. Yo, I want to call it like a medium well aggression. It wasn't super aggressive. He wasn't pivoting to multiple different locations nonstop. He tried to bust his way straight, literally into the guts. He failed. He built a tower up here, trying to lane the gold. Built a bunch of infrastructure as well, but the Viper just held. The Viper just pivoted. Take the berries, he said. Take the gold. I've got additional piles of resources in the back that I can just pivot to. Cool as a cucumber. Goes up to 4 town centers, 3 castles, and with the Gebettos, man, are they fun to watch, and man, is their chillaxing animation super cool when they throw the Kapingas into the air. I love seeing it. It's so much fun. He takes the game, takes the W, but wow, what a fun game. GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.